Hello and welcome back to my channel and my little corner of the internet. In this video I will talk about fantasy world building, the green man and merging cultures, while I draw an illustration of a theatre mask of the green man. I will also show you a couple of my solo adventure books and talk about other fantasy artists who have inspired my work. This illustration was suggested by Simon Belcher from my current Kickstarter 100 Fantasy Illustrations. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has joined the Kickstarter and who voted for this illustration. If you are curious and would like to know more about the Kickstarter, I have left a link below if you want to read more about the project. I did quite a lot of research for this illustration and went down the rabbit hole to find out more about the green man. The green man, or foliate heads as they are also called, can be found all across Europe and other parts of the world as well. These mysterious carvings and sculptures have been found in churches for several hundred years, but became increasingly popular during the medieval times. Some scholars believe that the green man is originally a pagan god and may have Celtic roots which date back to the Iron Age. Other scholars claim that the folio heads that can be found in churches might also be a reference to the Greek god of wine, Dionysus. But maybe they were just popular and decorative, a little bit like gargoyles. Regardless, many foliate heads are very beautiful, and here in the UK, the Green Man is also a very common pub name. What I find interesting is that merging beliefs and cultural symbols is something that is quite common here in the real world, but it is less common in books or fantasy novels. Here are the Lone Wolf Adventure solo books that I read over and over when I was young. At home I have more than 1,000 books, and sometimes I have to sort through them and donate some of them to charity, but these ones I could never give away. I have always loved Gary Chalk's illustrations. They are both immersive and filled with fantasy. And here are the English version of the same books in hardback. I had the opportunity to meet Gary Chalk at Dragonmeet Con here in London a couple of years ago, and he kindly signed the books for me. They say that you should never meet your heroes, but honestly, Gary Chalk is an incredibly nice person. He also took the time to show me several of his pencil sketches and explained his drawing process. And here is a homage to his illustrations that I made for my upcoming book as a little Easter egg. The mask of the Green Man that I'm working on is quite detailed. I wanted the leaves to resemble maple leaves, and I also added some swirly decorations and a set of ribbons so that you can tie the mask around the back of your head. The mask has been used for many theatre productions in Whiteport over the years. Maybe it is just a well-made mask, but perhaps it's magic or even cursed. And after all, isn't theatres a little bit magical when you think about it? In Eastern Farraway there are two moon gods. The old god is called Mani, while the new moon goddess is called Selene. However, while most people don't worship Mani anymore, there are still old shrines that are dedicated to his honor, where people will leave tokens or flowers. It is a little bit similar to our tradition of saying touch wood. We might not believe in wood spirits anymore, but the tradition to ward off evil or bad luck has remained. In Eastern Farraway, gods and miracles are real, and people believe in several gods at the same time. However, the gods get their strength and power from people's beliefs. And I will admit that I have borrowed this idea from Terry Pratchett's Discworld novels. So, in Eastern Farraway, when fewer people will believe in a specific god, they will start to lose their powers. Prayers in their name become unanswered and healing spells will fail. As such, the god eventually loses followers and risks fading into obscurity. The ink illustration of the Green Man is finished, and I will let it join its other 92 friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will have a lovely and creative day.